secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better.
Stay fresher under pressure.
First name.
Everyone has an agenda.
Dan. Last name.
There's a lot of things to get to.
Patrick. At least stage name. It's Pug.
How about that?
And his show is The Dan Patrick Show. Joined by the Danettes.
You guys talk so much.
No one does it better.
You talk trash so much. How about you back it up?
You can catch The Dan Patrick Show weekdays, 9 a.m. before Colin Cowherd, right here on Fox Sports 940 Miami. Fox Sports 940 weather.
Continuing on our day with cloudy skies, we are going to have some scatter showers and thunderstorms, so don't put that umbrella away just yet. Tonight, low is 78 in Plantation, 78 as well in Cutler Bay, and tomorrow, you guessed it, more rain, humid, and hot, high of 90. I'm Claudia, and that's your weather.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Fox Rocks.
I'm Monica DeLuca. The Who's Pete Townsend is speaking out about the band split with longtime drummer Zach Starkey, calling the situation a mess, adding he will miss Zach terribly. The back and forth began in April when Townsend and the Who frontman Roger Daltrey made a collective decision to part ways with Starkey, who is the son of Beatles drummer Ringo Starr. He joined again days later, only to part ways another time. Starkey explaining that he wasn't fired, but he retired to work on his own projects. Maroon 5 is back with a new album and a U.S. arena tour. The album out August 15th is called Love Is Like. Maroon 5 also announcing 23 dates for a national arena tour, starting this fall, including a hometown show in LA, before finishing November 25th in Detroit. That's Fox Rocks on Fox News.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA in Miami, WMIB-FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good. From Fox Sports 940, Anachar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Frelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
Great to have you with us. Nice job, Ahmed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia on a cool and damp Wednesday fall night. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 158 of 162. Folks, we've got 5 games left, and the Marlins made it 7 in a row last night in extra innings. And with an Atlanta Braves loss today, the Fish bring into Wednesday the longest win streak in baseball. Miami's won 11 of 12, and Clayton McCullough's squad looks to match a season high with their 8th straight win. It would be just the second time in the club's history that a team had multiple winning streaks of at least 8 games. It is game 2 of this 3-game set between your 77 and 80 Miami Marlins and the 92 and 65 Philadelphia Phillies. Ryan Weathers, 25-year-old southpaw. He'll make his final turn in the rotation. He'll go opposite his good buddy Jesus Luzardo, who will take the ball for Rob Thompson's Phils against his former team for the 4th time in 2025. Another thing worth noting, Luzardo will match a career high in starts today with 32. We will, as of right now, get going at 6:45 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. We had a bunch of rain come into the area. The tarp is still on the field, but we have no update whatsoever. So we shall stick to a 6:45 first pitch as we set the stage for the Phillies and the Marlins. It's great to have you with us, and thank you for making Marlins on Deck part of your Wednesday night with Jack McBone and Gabby Sanchez. I'm Steven Strom. We still have a deep and distinguished guest list. We also have a fabulous show ahead, and we'll see how long we go. We've got some rain delay stuff, and we'll be here all night if we have to with you guys, and we are so pleased that you made us a part of your night. We'll first start with Josh Simpson's sensational night. We'll hear from Josh's interview after the victory yesterday. Ryan Weathers will speak in segment 2 before his start. We'll get you out of the count with Weathers and Luzardo. Plus, we do have some roster moves. Dane Myers, he got hurt last night. We also have some sound on Dane. We could get to that given the circumstance of how much time we have here. We will also get Jack McBone on in segment 4. X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio. Steve's guarantee to victory. So a lot to discuss, a lot of meat on the bone here on this Wednesday night. But we'll start with Josh Simpson, man. And 32nd round pick in the 2019 draft, 28-year-old southpaw. There's no question it has been a struggle for Josh Simpson. 4-2 this year, a 7.85 ERA. His 4th win last night. But yesterday he came into a situation where not a lot of people succeed in. You come in the extra innings, you go in as a lefty against Nick Castellanos, and somehow, some way, Josh Simpson wiggled his way out of the 10th and wiggled his way out of the 11th. He collected 4 outs, gave up 1 hit, and he was able to capture the victory in a much-needed one for the Miami Marlins. Again, it can't be overstated. Josh Simpson had really struggled. Even prior to this outing, he had rolled a couple of scoreless innings, but it was not any sort of high leverage. This was the first high leverage situation that Josh Simpson got probably since the Boston Red Sox series. Here was Simpson after yesterday's victory with myself on the field.
Josh, I saw your coaches come up to you, give you a hug, teammates coming up to you. What did this moment mean for you to come through?
Yeah, that was really cool. Just to be in that moment and perform and win, especially this time of the year, is you really honestly you can't get better than that. So that was really awesome.
How did you execute late?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of sticking to my plan, trusting myself and not trying to do too much and just letting it eat in the zone.
When you're warming up to come into a game like this, what are you trying to do mentally?
Honestly, just look for the excitement in every moment and kind of treat it like an awesome opportunity to get better and perform in high leverage situations. I was really happy with that, and I'm excited to keep moving forward with that one.
Do you feel like there's some magic going on with this team right now, 7 in a row?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's cool. Good time of year to get hot. But yeah, it's fun to play meaningful games right now. So it's really, really cool. It's a good clubhouse to be in.
That was Josh Simpson again. I love the answer to how do you get ready mentally in the bullpen when you know you're going to enter a game in this environment, this crowd, this moment. The Phillies need to win a game because they want to buy. The Marlins are on their last life. They're on their last breath right now. They're 4 out with 5 to play. How do you mentally stabilize yourself? And I loved his answer that he looked at it more as an opportunity and an opportunity to execute, have fun, whatever it may be. Instead of fearing that moment, you take the mental approach of like, all right, this is awesome. This is all I ever wanted was an opportunity, and here you go. Much easier said than done, but Josh Simpson carves through Nick Castellanos, Marchand, Kepler, Wilson, and Stott. He collects 4 outs in an inning in a third and collects his 4th victory of the season. We will break. Coming up next, Ryan Weathers. He will start tonight for the Marlins. It'll be his final regular season one. A couple of things on the line. Marlins eliminated tonight with a loss and a Mets win. So the Marlins need to keep winning, and they need some other things to fall their way. But we'll hear from Wethy. He will go opposite old friend Jesus Luzardo. We're playing baseball as of right now, 6:45. Marlins on Deck continues on the Marlins Radio Network.
Man. Again, the infield in for Texas. And the 2-2. That one lifted down the left field line and deep. You got Langford working back at the wall. It slams off the top of the wall. He fires it into second. Otto slides into second base, and he's got an RBI double. He plates Xavier Edwards from third, and Otto, situational excellence, strikes again. RBI number 77 for Lopez on double number 20. And the Marlins open scoring. It's 1-0 Fish in the top of the fourth on the way. And that one guided out to left field, falling quickly. Langford slides. He tried smothering it. He trapped it with his glove, but he can't get up and fire it back in. Otto up on contact, comes in to score from second base. That is an RBI single for Heriberto Hernandez and a 2-spot for the Marlins here in the top of the fourth in right field. 1-0 pitch. Norby drills high in the sky out to left. Osuna is back at the track. He leaps, and that one is gone. And the 1-2. Ramirez smokes that. That is a fair ball down the third baseline. Past the dive of Young. Langford goes to fish it out in the corner, and Marcy can jog home from second base. Augustin Ramirez make it a dozen in terms of the hitting streak, and it's an RBI double. 3-0 Marlins in the top of the fifth. Full win. First pitch to Navarreto. He lifts that out to straightaway center. That is plenty deep enough to plate Pauly. Back to the edge of the track. Hellman makes the grab, but Brian Navarreto does his job. Graham comes in from third. It's a sacrifice fly, and there's that insurance. It's 4-2 Marlins in the top of the seventh.
Balls. Trust Terminix to protect what matters most. Visit Terminix.com/Marlins to learn more. Because no one strikes out termites and pests like Terminix.
Getting an awesome view right now on a 77-degree Philadelphia night. The grounds crew taking off the tarp. 6:45 first pitch. We're going to start this puppy on time, and I'm fired up for it. Welcome into Marlins on Deck, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Steven Strom here. Jack McMullen, Gabby Sanchez. They have your call. And how about last night? The Marlins were down 3-0 entering the eighth inning. The Fish scored in the eighth. They scored in the ninth. They scored in the 10th. And they scored in the 11th to win the opener 6-5, and they extend their win streak to 7 games. It was their 38th comeback of 2025. Well, the Marlins will look to extend it here today. Ryan Weathers, 25-year-old southpaw, will make his final turn in the rotation in the regular season. It was a bit of a struggle for Ryan in Colorado. Didn't factor on Wednesday, allowed 3 runs on 8 hits, walked 2, and punched out 2 in just 3 innings. Here was Weathers yesterday talking ahead of his start against the Phillies.
We saw you out there talking to Zeus for a while. Tomorrow you guys will go head-to-head. Just what does that maybe mean to you? And I know that you try not to look across the field, but going up against your former teammate, what's that mean?
I mean, he's having a great year. It's one of my best friends in baseball. It's been awesome to see what he's doing this year. But tomorrow we each got a job and got to go out there and throw the ball well and just give our team a chance to win.
Speaking of that job, you haven't faced these Philadelphia Phillies since you were with the San Diego Padres back in 2023. I know that Cabby's a righty and it's a little bit different, but what will you be focused on the bench tonight? I think the big thing about facing this team is controlling the counts, controlling the zone. There are punch-outs to be had, but you have to get to 2 strikes to get to those. But it's a solid veteran lineup that's, tuning up for the postseason. So it's going to be a good test. And obviously for us right now, everything's a must-win. So my job is to go out there and give our team the best chance to win. Is there anything you can take away from your last outing in Colorado, or is it one of those where the ball plays so weird there that you kind of toss it? I think, poor count management. If I took anything away from it, it's poor count management. I think tomorrow is about establishing the zone early and throughout the game and getting in good spots, getting the good thirds of the plate, and, just letting my stuff work. Last start of the regular season for you, do you treat that in any different way? It's still kind of like Christmas morning for me. I'm just now kind of getting back. No, don't treat it differently. It's any other game. It's a game I love to play, so I'm just excited to be pitching. More in the tank though, or? No, if you tell yourself to give more in the tank, you start doing stuff that you're not accustomed to doing. Just go out there and pitch, and let's hope and get 3 outs every inning. So,
how do raucous environments like this make you feel on the mound?
Honestly, now I've pitched in so many ballparks. It's a great environment. You kind of get to the point where you're locked in to where you don't really hear anything. And that's the zone I hope I'm in tomorrow night. So, looking forward to it.
Ryan Weathers did pitch, as Kelly had mentioned in this interview, with the San Diego Padres back in 2023 at Citizens Bank Park. Went 4 2/3, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks,
2 strikeouts. But if you look at actually that box score, the Phillies didn't score any runs until the 5th inning. So Ryan Weathers was shutting down this Phillies offense, and he would agree that he's a completely different pitcher than what he was in 2023. He also told Jack and I that he had his best bullpen of the season. What does that mean? I don't know. But it seems like Ryan Weathers is in a lot better headspace going into this one, and he felt like he learned a lot after that Colorado start where, again, he only went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, and 2 punch-outs. We'll break. We'll get you out of the count. We'll also hear from Jesus Luzardo. He's also looking to bounce back in a way. He did give up 4 runs on 6 hits over 7 innings in L.A. We'll get some Luzardo sound. We'll get you out of the count with Weathers and Jesus, and hopefully here it looks like we're going to play. I can't tell you if it's clearing up, folks, but it did stop raining, and that's really all that matters. There's 5 to go here in 25, and the Marlins are 4 back. We are back in 2 with more on the Marlins Radio Network.
Again, the infield in for Texas, and the 2-2. That one lifted down the left field line and deep. You got Langford working back at the wall. It slams off the top of the wall. He fires it into second. Otto slides into second base, and he's got an RBI double. He plates Xavier Edwards from third, and Otto, situational excellence, strikes again. RBI number 77 for Lopez on double number 20, and the Marlins open scoring. It's 1-0 Fish in the top of the fourth on the way. And that one guided out to left field, falling quickly. Langford slides. He tried smothering it. He trapped it with his glove, but he can't get up and fire it back in. Otto up on contact, comes in to score from second base. That is an RBI single for Heriberto Hernandez and a 2 spot for the Marlins here in the top of the fourth in right field. 1-0 pitch. Norby drills high in the sky out to left. Ozuna is back at the track. He leaps, and that one is gone. And the 1-2. Ramirez smokes that. That is a fair ball down the third base line. Past the dive of Young. Langford goes to fish it out in the corner, and Marcy can jog home from second base. Agustin Ramirez make it a dozen in terms of the hitting streak, and it's an RBI double. 3-0 Marlins in the top of the fifth. Full win. First pitch to Navarreto. He lifts that out to straightaway center. That is plenty deep enough to plate Pauly. Back to the edge of the track. Hellman makes the grab, but Brian Navarreto does his job. Graham comes in from third. It's a sacrifice fly, and there's that insurance. It's 4-2 Marlins in the top of the seventh.
Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever. With eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate, any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
Hey, this is Eric Wagman, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Good to see Wags back in the lineup. He took Luzardo deep early in the year. He could be my Steve's guarantee. I guess we'll see. Welcome to Marlins on Deck. Steven Strom here, Jack McMullen, Gabby Sanchez on a 66-degree Philadelphia night. Tarp is off the field. It looks like we're going to play baseball at 6:45. I got no updates. So here we go. Game 2. Marlins are going to make it 8 in a row on this Wednesday night in Philadelphia. It is game 8 of this 9-game road trip. They swept the Rockies. They swept the Rangers. And they're looking to take the series on this Wednesday night against the Phillies. Let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start actually with Ryan Weathers because we had mentioned, and we'll just clean up on a 25-year-old left-hander will make his final start of 2025. He's 2-1 with a 3.21 ERA. 7 starts this year for Wethy, 33 2/3 innings pitched, 29 Ks to 10 walks. Ryan obviously is disappointed in his ability to stay on the mound here in 25. But when we've seen Weathers, there's just this excitement, some giddiness that he gives you. And you start to think, man, if this guy can stay healthy, and it's a big if, what is he going to mean for the Miami Marlins in the future? We talked about his last start on Wednesday in Colorado. 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks. He never had a clean inning, but he did tell Jack and I he fixed some things. He saw some things in that film against the Rocks, and he feels really good going into this start against the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo, the old friend of the Miami Marlins, 27-year-old southpaw, will match a career high with 32 starts. He started 32 in 2023 with the Marlins when they did make the postseason. And for Luzardo today, he has 206 strikeouts on the season, 2 shy of his career high that he set back with the Marlins in 2023. He punched out 208. He has 206 coming into tonight. He did take the defeat on Wednesday against LA, against the Dodgers. He allowed 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks, over 7 innings pitched. Luzardo was in line for a quality start. He went into that 7th inning giving up just 3 runs. First pitch, Shohei Ohtani took him deep. All of a sudden, the line looks a little bit different. Here is Luzardo after that last start, what he thought, and he also will refer back to that one pitch to Ohtani.
The whole outing, I felt like I didn't have my best stuff, but felt like we grinded through, made it, solid enough and kept us in the game, and then go back out there and just leave a mistake with 2 strikes. So we filled up the zone, found different ways of getting guys out, even though maybe the sweeper wasn't as sharp as it has been and fastball command wasn't really there. I thought we used the changeup a good bit and just grinded through, not having my best stuff, making it through 7. I thought that was a big plus.
All right, so that was Jesus Luzardo again, who went 7 innings, gave up 4 runs against the Dodgers. This will be his 4th start against the Fish. He's 1-1 in 3 starts with a 3.50 ERA, 18 innings pitched. Again, it'll be 2 southpaws, Ryan Weathers and Jesus Luzardo, on this Wednesday night. What's at task tonight? The Miami Marlins, they just got to keep winning. 5 games remain. The Marlins are 4 back of a National League wildcard spot. They do need some help. The Mets and the Cubs will continue their series. Mets came back to beat the Cubbies last night to maintain that 4-game cushion over the Marlins, but the Mets right now are worried about other things. They're worried about the Reds. They're worried about teams in front of them. But tonight, again, what is at stake for Miami? They cannot lose, and they cannot have the Mets win. If that happens, Miami would be eliminated. We will break. I got some good sound from Phillies TV postgame. I posted on the Twitter today. We got some good reaction. It's always good to get the emotions flowing on a Wednesday night. We'll hear from the Phillies TV guys. We will also talk with Jack McBone on Heriberto's heroics, plus Dane Myers, who has been officially put on the 10-day IL. We'll hear from him and talk about Dane coming up next. 6:45 first pitch. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
Again, the infield in for Texas, and the 2-2. That one lifted down the left field line and deep. You got Langford working back at the wall. It slams off the top of the wall. He fires it into second. Otto slides into second base, and he's got an RBI double. He plates Xavier Edwards from third, and Otto, situational excellence, strikes again. RBI number 77 for Lopez on double number 20. And the Marlins open scoring. It's 1-0 Fish in the top of the 4th on the way. And that one guided out to left field, falling quickly. Langford slides. He tried smothering it. He trapped it with his glove, but he can't get up and fire it back in. Otto up on contact, comes in to score from second base. That is an RBI single for Heriberto Hernandez, and a 2 spot for the Marlins here in the top of the 4th in right field. 1-0 pitch. Norby drills high in the sky out to left. Osuna is back at the track. He leaps, and that one is gone. And the 1-2. Ramirez smokes that. That is a fair ball down the third baseline. Past the dive of Young. Langford goes to fish it out in the corner, and Marcy can jog home from second base. Agustin Ramirez make it a dozen in terms of the hitting streak, and it's an RBI double. 3-0 Marlins in the top of the 5th. Whole win. First pitch to Navarreto. He lifts that out to straightaway center. That is plenty deep enough to plate Pauly. Back to the edge of the track. Hellman makes the grab, but Brian Navarreto does his job. Graham comes in from third. It's a sacrifice fly, and there's that insurance. It's 4-2 Marlins in the top of the 7th.
Plus tax, tag, title, free delivery service fee $12.98, private tag agency fee $189, electronic registration filing fee $598, lease based on 2025 Corolla 2-wheel drive 4-door sedan LE L4 CDTF model 1852, $99 for 36 months, $79.99 due at signing, no security deposit required on approved credit from SETF. Offer expires 9/2/25.
Well, the Marlins came all the way back yesterday. They were down 3-0. They decide, let's play one in the 8th. Let's play another in the 9th. Let's play another in the 10th. Let's do one in the 11th too. And the Marlins leave Philadelphia after game 1 with a 6-5 victory. 7 in a row. Jack McMullen, Steven Strom here. And Jack, well, that win yesterday put some people over the top. Let's hear what the Phillies post-game TV guys said in their open after the loss.
There are fans out there, and I'll include us as 3 of them, that ride or die with this team, that they're so proud of this team, that they live and die and breathe by what this team does. And they wasted our time tonight, these Philadelphia Phillies. They wasted our bleeping time tonight. And they had every opportunity to win that game. They were up 3-0 in that game. Then they did not get a hit after the second inning. After they got up 3-0, didn't get a hit till the 9th inning. And then they just let it all go. It was a terrible display of professionalism, and they should be ashamed to keep us up like this and lose this game.
You know who that reminds me of?
Who you got?
Craig Minervini off the air. That was Craig Minervini's twin brother somehow, some way. So that basically captures the essence of the vibe of the Phillies fans after yesterday. And I got to be honest with you, Jack, just watching that unfold, you started to feel some things happening. And it really, to me, started with Otto Lopez stealing a run. There was some sloppiness to the Philadelphia Phillies late in the game. And you see that a lot, dude, when you get a guy in Christopher Sanchez that is that strong, that is that dominant. When he leaves the game, you can feel a collective, and I think that's what happened yesterday.
100%. A couple of things from that clip. Number one, never been so clear that an older gentleman missed their bedtime before.
Yeah.
He clearly missed his bedtime, and that was the problem there. Number two, credit to him for picking out the right camera to look at. When they get in his ear and
very
say,
smooth.
hey, you got to pivot to camera
Yes.
3 or camera 2, while he's just eviscerating the team that he covers and works for. That was good stuff. That was very pro TV work from him. But no, I mean, like, listen, I feel like I use this phrase a lot, especially over the last month. It takes two to tango, and there are two humongous elements to what happened last night. Number one, it's the Marlins' resilience, right? This doesn't happen if the Marlins don't show their fight against somebody like Yohan Duran and against a guy that won a World Series in 2009 in David Robertson and against a guy that throws 100 with a nasty slider in Orion Kirkering. It also took some, I guess, lifelessness from the Philadelphia Phillies there. I mean, it just seemed like they took their foot off the gas a little bit, and credit to the Marlins for being ready to pounce when opponents take their foot off the gas a little bit.
Now, we did have some negative stuff. Dane Myers earlier in the game, and again, we were here after, what, was it an hour delay, Jack? I'm trying to think. Yeah,
hour
over
delay.
an hour delay again on this road trip. Again, but I don't care because we won
Builds
7 in a row.
character.
It builds character, just like lines at amusement parks.
Yep.
But we did have an unfortunate situation happen with Dane Myers. Dane has been placed on the 10-day IL with a right knee laceration, which in terms, if you don't know what laceration is, like myself, I saw that and I said, what does that mean? That's just like a big open wound cut.
Yeah.
Dane actually posted it on his story. And let's get Dane first on just how he's feeling and how it happened first.
Dane, just walk us through last night and how you're feeling today.
Yeah, last night sleeping wasn't too good, but the play was unfortunate. This is a tough play at the wall. Obviously trying to go grab the ball, make the play, but it's part of the game that I hit that unfortunate spot on the wall.
Did you know immediately this was different?
Yeah, it kind of took me back to high school, like taking a helmet to the knee. I don't know, just the impact was pretty bad. I wasn't really thinking about a cut or anything at the time. I just knew the impact of my knee hitting the wall was pretty bad. Something I haven't felt in my career ever, so it was just a tough play.
When you saw, what was your reaction?
There was a little bit of Dane Myers yesterday. And I got to be honest with you, Gabby Sanchez, you've played this game at this level. Watching it, I was scared that it was ACL. Yeah. I was scared it was ankle because it was sort of this weird jump and pivot and land. And it looked like there was some potential in terms of the knee and the ankle. I mean this in the best possible way. That was, I think, the best possible thing to happen for Dane Myers. It is a deep cut. It is horrible. Like I saw it on Instagram, and I suggest you don't look at it. But that's kind of like best case scenario, no?
It is, because right when it happened too, like you start to think about like patella, and the patella can break. And then you're all of a sudden you're in a system where you're going to have to go have surgery, and it's
You're out for the
long
year.
and you're
Yes.
out for the year.
Yes.
Like it's a big thing. And when it first happened, the way that he hit that wall, because it was that metal grate that's right above, it looks like they have some padding right underneath, and he went right into that metal grate. And I was thinking, oh boy, the way that he was holding his knee, it happened quickly. And I'm thinking worst case scenario. I think we all were thinking worst case scenario. So you talk about a laceration, you're like, all right, we got some stitches, we'll be fine. Like he'll be able to be back. he's not going to be able to be back for the season, but at least the offseason's not going to all of a sudden just be rehabbing a knee injury the whole entire time. Then who knows what happens next season?
Jack, what you got?
Yeah, man. No, I thought it was interesting, and I know that you have you clipped this and put it out on your Twitter as well. Like the photo that he posted on Instagram was tough to look
Vulgar.
at. Yeah, it was tough to look at. But
I need to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
You don't want to see it, man.
Well, I do.
We're not going to put it on we're not going to put it on Marlins on Deck, obviously. But yeah, I mean, you can go look at it if you want. But I mean, he said they should do something about this. There was a whole bunch of uproar when Aaron Judge broke his foot or broke his toe on that cement rail on the bullpen entry door at Dodger Stadium, and that kind of feels very similar to what we've got going right now.
Let's play that sound. Dane Myers on why it was important for him to post it on the social.
I feel like it was necessary to post on your story.
I don't know. I feel like protecting the players should be a priority around the league. Like I said earlier, best case scenario happened for me. I feel like I don't know. I'm a big baseball fan first. Always have been. So I can only imagine something like this and happening in the postseason or kind of in this situation we're trying to keep our postseason hopes alive, and just not being able to contribute and help out the team is tough. But I know it's a thing that's also happened in the past. Judge comes to mind in 23, I think. Jazz, when he was here, hit some concrete. Taylor Ward this year, I watched a teammate cut his face open on something in AAA. It's just, like I said earlier, I think protecting the players should be a priority. I don't think there's a reason not to protect the players. And I don't think it's something that's in place necessarily to put us at risk, but it should be a mindful thought, I think, in my opinion, to just protect us.
Very well put together, Dane Myers there, Gabby. I know you didn't play the outfield, but just the player safety aspect, what's your reaction?
No, listen, we have to deal with tarps, right? And tarps are another thing, too, where there's a metal, ring that's underneath the tarp. And if it's not, right, all of a sudden there are edges there where you can hit, you can bang, it's still going to hurt. There's things all around the ballpark. It's just so hard to be we're going to get everything and make everything perfect or soft, or we can't have these types of edges. It's a very hard thing to do. I know, where was it in Houston where the side of the fence where a guy hit, there's certain things that I feel like teams can do, but that was a freak accident. What else are you going to be able to put out there? It's just really hard to kind of proof the whole entire field. I get it, though, for players. You're I want to be able to play where if I need to go into the wall, I could go into the wall and not hurt myself. But there are things out there that it's just really hard to kind of, not baby-proof, but kind of make everything to where guys don't get hurt.
It just feels like real quick that there shouldn't be wood or metal exposed on a Major League Baseball field. How much does a padded rail at the bottom of that infiltrate the sanctity of the game?
Sure.
I don't think that needs to be a thing at all. So you got exposed concrete like you have in LA and you miss 40 games of Aaron Judge. That's terrible. You've got exposed wood or metal out there. You've got exposed metal in Houston and Taylor Ward cuts his face up. That's terrible. Why is this happening right now? So yeah, man, that was just a really unfortunate thing to watch unfold yesterday. Thank goodness there's no structural damage for Dane, but I'm with him on posting on social media. If he can be active and have something happen, good.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too, but then what are you going to do in Wrigley? That's a concrete wall where they put the ivy up.
And they consider tradition.
And they tradition, right. It's just really hard. They have padding every single place, and it's just that one spot a guy goes in one time, gets hurt, and it's just yeah, I mean, I get it. In Houston, that one I agree.
Yeah.
That wall should be padded. There shouldn't be all that metal out there. But something it's a freak accident. It's a freak injury that you don't see happen too much out here.
Dane Myers, 10-day IL with a right knee laceration. Again, we can put 2 and 2 together. Marlins will make the postseason. It's it for Dane Myers. Joey Weimer was recalled from AAA Jacksonville. He's actually in the lineup against the lefty Luzardo. Well, the Marlins, they're looking to make it 8 in a row. They've got to win, and they need some other things to fall their way. Jack and Gabby have your call in about 14 minutes. Game 2 coming your way on the Marlins Radio Network.
Again, the infield in for Texas. And the 2-2. That one lifted down the left field line and deep. You got Langford working back at the wall. It slams off the top of the wall. He fires it into second. Otto slides into second base, and he's got an RBI double. He plates Xavier Edwards from third, and Otto, situational excellence, strikes again. RBI number 77 for Lopez on double number 20. And the Marlins open scoring. It's 1-0 Fish in the top of the fourth on the way. And that one guided out to left field, falling quickly. Langford slides. He tried smothering it. He trapped it with his glove, but he can't get up and fire it back in. Otto off on contact, comes in to score from second base. That is an RBI single for Heriberto Hernandez and a 2-spot for the Marlins here in the top of the fourth in right field. 1-0 pitch. Norby drills high in the sky out to left. Osuna is back at the track. He leaps, and that one is gone. And the 1-2. Ramirez smokes that. That is a fair ball down the third baseline. Past the dive of Young. Langford goes to fish it out in the corner, and Marcy can jog home from second base. Augustine Ramirez make it a dozen in terms of the hitting streak, and it's an RBI double. 3-0 Marlins in the top of the fifth. Whole win.
And especially with a guy that could spot.
3-1 to Conan. He smacks high in the air, out to right and deep. Kepler is back. He's looking up, and that is gone. His first game in 5 months. Welcome back, Griff. Fish on the board. Home run number 2 on the year for Conine, and man, does that one have to taste oh so sweet.
/Marlins or call 800-750-0647 today. For license information, visit adt.com.
Hop in the car, folks. We are just 11 minutes away from first pitch. Fox Sports 940 Miami. Good program today. Marlins on deck. Steven Strom, Jack McMillan, Gabby Sanchez. Big thanks to Ryan Weathers for joining the program. Congratulations. Josh Simpson, 4th win of the season yesterday. Recorded 4 outs in a big-time spot in the 10th and the 11th inning. We also heard from Dane Myers, who was just put on the 10-day IL with a right knee laceration. Joey Weimer, the corresponding move from the Miami Marlins. Let's get you your X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio. Jacob Marcy, he's hitting .311 with 26 extra base hits and 32 RBIs in his first 50 career games. There's only one guy that has more hits than Marcy since his big league debut back on August 1st. Who is that individual? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
Jesus Luzardo's got to be shaking in his boots when he looked at that lineup card and he saw Eric Robert Wagaman in there. 3 for 8 against Luzardo career-wise. A home run, a double. He's got a couple of walks. I like Wags with an extra base hit. He's also been red hot the last month. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMillan paints the picture. Gabby Sanchez, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.